So multiplicity is a new word.
Multiplicity. Yeah, root word. So multiply.
So multiplicity. No, it's the number of times a zero is repeated in an equation. Repeated. So we have not had any problems where we graphed them and we had a zero that was repeated. However, we have had problems where we found the roots and we had a number that was repeated. And so we're going to have some today where we graph them. So I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. If you have an even multiplicity, so for example, if you have a root that shows up twice or 4 times, say your root was 3. If there were 2 3s or 4 3s, an even number, what the graph does, instead of crossing through that point, it bounces off the point. Something very different, it bounces off. And then if the multiplicity is odd, it's just going to cross it. It's just going to cross at that point. So we're not going to get really deep into this. What we're going to do is just some multiplicity of 2 today. For anybody who does not have this written down on their paper yet.
Hold on, let me get it. I did one.
Repeated in an equation? Drops it off process.
I got mine.
Pythagoras theorem.
Okay, so we're not going to do number 1, and I'm going to skip up to number 3 and come back to number 2. Okay, so number 3 is where we're starting. So this group here, tell me what the zeros are for number 3. 3 and? So if we were setting this equal to 0, we would have, this would be negative x times x minus 3 times, is it x minus 3 squared? So x minus 3 again, right? Isn't that what that represents? So we list this 3 once or twice? Twice. It is a 0 twice. And then what else is our 0? We have one more. 0. This is a 0. When we set negative x equal to 0, that means x is 0. Questions on that? Okay, so those are your 3 zeros. So your degree is going to be this group right here. So many 3. So many 3? 3. So degree is 3. And then this group here is 3 even or odd? Okay, and then is A positive or negative?
Negative.
A is negative. So what's my end behavior going to be like? Good, left up, right down.
Huh?
So you will not be able to use that table when you take the test next Wednesday. So you may want to try to start remembering what that end behavior is today. Y-intercept. How do I find my y-intercept? Set x equal to 0. So negative 0 times 0 minus 3 squared. So here in this group, what's my 0? Or what's my y-intercept, sorry. So we get 0 here. And our y-intercept as a point, as Susie said, good job, is 0, 0. So we're going to graph those points, 0, 0, and then we have a 3. So we know it's going to start at left up. And so it's going to cross at the 0. And then when it comes down and up again, when we get up to that 3, instead of crossing through it, we're going to go up and bounce off of it. Yep.
That'll be bounce off.
Because it is a 3 twice. It's an even number, a multiplicity of 2, which is even.
No, this is 3 twice. How did it bounce off?
That, because if it has a multiplicity of 2, then it's going to bounce off of that. A multiplicity of 4, it's going to bounce off of it on that number.
Would it already be that?
No, it would cross through it.
Oh,
Yeah, good question.
but it says write down, so that'll be bounce.
Yeah, we do have to get right down, and so that's because, and the reason it's because we still have 3 zeros, and it bounces off of that one to bring it back down.
Hey, no more beads. No more beads.
Okay, so that's number 3. Let's go back to 2. Is there anybody that's still looking at number 3? We're going back and doing number 2. Okay, so. Good. Good. You said 2, 2, -1, -1. So what is my degree? That same group over there. What's my degree? 4, that's right. So I have the degree that is this group here, even or odd? Even. And so is my A positive or negative? Negative. So what's the end behavior?
Left.
Up. So when it's even, it's going to be either up, up, or down, down.
Down, 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 down.
Down, down, left, down, right, down.
Don't even tell me about it. I know. You don't even tell me that. I know. I know. No, I'm not going to do that.
And so now to find our y-intercept, this group here. Okay. When we find our y-intercept, it is going to be think about it. Put that negative out in front. -4. So we put a -4 here. 0, -4. Does that make sense? Okay, so now we have a 0 at 2 and -1, and both of them are going to bounce because they both have an even multiplicity. So, and then we have a 0, -4 is our y-intercept. Okay, so I'm starting down. So I'm going to bounce off of this one because it is a multiplicity of 2. Come down here, and then it's going to bounce off this one as well because it has a multiplicity of 2.
It's a bouncer.
When I bounce, did you notice I didn't go to the point and go down like that, pointy? I made it curvy. Okay, so just take my word for it. It needs to be curvy. It's not going to the point and then going straight back, straight down. It's not going to be.
I heard you. Come on, Aiden. This is unlikable.
He just doesn't realize it.
It makes it worse.
I think he doesn't realize it. Okay, is there anybody else who's still looking at number 2?
Nope.
Okay, let's do the last one. What are my zeros? This group back here. 4. Thank you, those of you who are sitting quietly.
Yep.
Okay, so what's my degree? Same group. Good. So that is this group back here. Even or odd?
No. Oh,
Even, odd. 4. So is my A positive or negative? So what's your end behavior? Yeah. Okay, our y-intercept. Some of you may be able to get this just by looking at it. That's great. This group here, what's my y-intercept? 0. So my y-intercept is 0, 0. We have a 0, 2, -1, and 3. So I don't have any repeat roots, do I? So I'm just going to do crossing of every one of them. So I start up, I come through this point, bounce, I shouldn't say bounce, sorry. I come through, one bump up, one bump up here, another bump here, and then I end up. Does that make sense? Okay, go ahead and do the U-try, please. I want you to do the U-try next, number 5.
I don't. I need you to stop. You can't stop. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
You're going to be dressed up here in the class. Here, you do have dress. Deciding whether to let people in or not.
Not necessarily. There's like different roles you can have. So there's like a time thing. Thanks. Same.
Okay, so you're doing the U-try right now. I didn't get to go.
What? Yeah, I did that too, but I don't
I should have gone. I didn't want to go. I could have went guy out. Me and Sam are gonna go tonight. Me and Sam. I'll touch you. Am I supposed to tell if I go after? You go to the bathroom.
I appreciate it. No, that's just like, something like that to you, okay? Hold on. But just.
Yeah, I would go to know these this one or whatever I would
I'm still gonna do everything.
Oh, does it go like this?
And then the rest.
Oh, because it's a left up right.
No. You think you're smarter than me? They already know that I'm smarter than you. This is all on me. So why can't you do it?
And as I got
What?
please have your homework out come around and check that out.
What?
You can have your bill back. I want 6 years. I'll just take it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But even putting the keyword. Putting the keyword for your boy at the plant work. I'm putting it in work, so I'll just put in the keyword. Well,
She's out.
We have three.
okay, the copy does.
Let's see if we're.
All I want to do now. Well, I got it.
Oh,
Yes. How much time? I'm about to do that. That's not that far. Fresno is far. Fresno is a 2 hour drive.
this is how many grades.
Right, 2 hours. That's not true. Yeah, it is true, but it's not like that. It's not like
That's how you teach you.
you're going to be 2 hours. Oh, I don't know. Sometimes, but I
That's the amount of trouble.
hella group people out there.
Please have your homework out. I'll come around and check that out.
Oh, no. I haven't been driving.
And I will check number 3 before you leave.
Yeah, you didn't look over your right shoulder. I'm not a look over. Whenever you just look over both shoulders. Why don't you look over my left shoulder? I'm going to the right. Nothing like if you're going. I'm not looking over my right shoulder. You look over your left shoulder. Yeah. You're not. What am I gonna look at? The fucking seatbelt? You look at what? When you get put your hand right here. I'm trying to back a little bit. You gotta put your hand on the seat. Yeah. You gotta do that. You gotta put your hand on the passenger seat. Yeah. Then when you brake hard, you go. The instructor. No, you know how little stupid shit with the marker. That's the no, you don't want to take a hit or else you no Fairfield.
No, okay.
She was right.
That was right.
Yeah.
You
gotta get your 20 minutes.
Also, we are maybe just easy, like not easy. It's getting hard work. Essentially, it's hard as fuck. You gotta drive like for a month. When my dad's in the city, it's not hard. Running the bread.